For me, things tend to be interconnected, right? When I see the administration release the Epstein list, right, and they go ahead and say, hey, we're doing it in phase one, and we give it to favorable right-wing influencers, and real cases that involve real people with real victims ends up being some sort of spectacle, something to use as gotcha moments. I look on the other side of the topics that I usually talk about, and I see a similarity happening in hip hop, right? Whether it's the announcement of this new civil case between Kevin Liles and a Jane Doe, in which Kevin Liles, Def Jam, and UMG are listed as defendants, and Kevin Liles is being sued for, assault, right? Obviously, UMG being the party that most people are pointing out there. I go to even things like Toure, who's supposed to be a reputable journalist. I don't know if he's taking the video down now, in which he takes some subreddits that people put together about Drake, puts it together and makes a video out of it, right? And say, oh, what's going on with Drake? And the point I'm trying to make is that I'm starting to see a culture in which we are taking these cases, right? These cases, whether they are criminal, whether they are civil, whether they are alleged, unproven, or proven, and we're starting to use it more as a gotcha moment rather than talking about them and dealing with them as the real issues that they are. I'm well aware, I think, on the hip hop side, and I'm going to talk about the political side in a second, the source of a lot of this, right? I believe with the battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake and the angle that's being taken there, obviously you start off with the Drake, woman beating sort of stuff, and then you go with the PDF allegations, and then you got that going on, and then it's about, okay, who around you has what case, and we're going to always point that out. And, obviously we got the lawsuit with Drake and UMG. So if UMG is involved in Kevin Liles' case here, people are going to point that out. And it's a battle of who's the hypocrite first. I understand that. The underlying problem as well in all of this is I don't think the audience is adjusting for the fictitious natures of rap battles, right? It's not accounting for hyperbole. It's not accounting for exaggeration. It's not reminding us that we're supposed to be able to compartmentalize after the battle is over. What's said is said. And then on the political side, you get this sort of feeling between people that want to talk about the establishments of Republican and Democrats. Who's on the list, right? Whose name can we find here? Whose name is getting scrubbed so we can use it as the gotcha moment of you were with Epstein, etc. Now, I understand the human nature of these things. I'm not delusional. I'm not. But what I am saying is that when I see a connection, I've got to point it out, and I've got to ask questions about when do we start saying, okay, this matters less than the people who are having